To Literature with Sasha, where we dive deep into the timeless world of words from Shakespearean drama to the evolution of English prose. We explore the masterpieces that shape literature as we know it. Get ready to unreveal the beauty of Elizabethan prose and beyond. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me on this literary journey. Introduction. The Elizabethan Era 1558 to 1603 was a period of immense cultural and artistic growth in England. While it is best known for the rise of English drama and the work of William Shakespeare, prose literature also underwent significant development. Writers experimented with language structure and themes, laying the foundation of modern English prose. This period saw the emergence of philosophical essay, travel narratives, prose fiction, and historical accounts, reflecting the intellectual and social currents of the time. In this video, we will explore the characteristics of Elizabethan prose, the major themes that shape it, and influential writers who contribute to its developments. By examining these aspects, we can understand how Elizabethan prose influenced later literary movements and continue to impact English literature today. Historical background of Elizabethan period. The Elizabethan era was marked by political stability under the reign of Queen Elizabeth I, allowing the art to flourish. The Renaissance, which had already transformed literature and philosophy in Italy and France, reached England during this time, encouraging the revival of classical learning and humanist ideas. The expansions of the printing press helped to distribute books more widely, making literature more accessible to the educated elite. Prose writing, which had previously been overshadowed by poetry, gained prominence as writers explored new forms of expressions beyond religious or legal text. The role of prose in Elizabethan literature. During the Elizabethan era, prose was not just a medium for storytelling but also a tool for intellectual discourse. Writers use prose to discuss philosophical ideas, document discoveries, and engaging in political debates. The rise of vernacular English, as opposed to Latin, allowed more people to engage with literature, making prose an essential part of the literary landscape. The increasing interest in humanism and the exploration of individual experience influenced the prose was written instead of adhering strictly to medieval forms. Writers adopted a more personal and expressive style, paving the way for later development in fiction and non-fiction. Key characteristics of Elizabethan prose. Elizabethan prose exhibited several distinct features that set it apart from earlier writing style. Ornate and elaborate style. Many Elizabethan prose writers favored a highly decorative and complex style. Sentences were often long, filled with rhetorical devices such as alliteration, contrast, and balanced structure. This style, influenced by Latin literature, was particularly prominent in work. The influence of classic literature. The study of Greek and Roman texts during the Renaissance had a profound impact on Elizabethan prose. Writers imitated classical rhetorical techniques, are often included reference to mythology and philosophy. Growth of vernacular English. While Latin had been the dominant language for scholarly writing, Elizabethan writers embraced English as literary language. This shift helped standardize English prose and encourage the development of new genre. Experimentation with genre. Elizabethan prose was not confined to a single style or purpose. Writers experimented with different forms, including essay, pamphlet, talks, and fictional narratives. This period laid the groundwork for the emergence of the novel in later century. Major themes in Elizabethan prose. Elizabethan prose explored a wide range of themes reflecting the intellectual and cultural concern of the period. Number 1. Religion and Reformation. The Protestant Reformation was a defining feature of Elizabethan era, and religious themes were prevalent in prose work. Many writers engaged in theological debates, producing pamphlets and essays that discussed religious policies and the role of the church. Exploration and travel. Breathing land, growing sea power, travel literature became popular. Writer documented voyages, discoveries, and encounters with foreign cultures, contributing to the nation expanding sense of identity. Politics and statecraft. The stability of Elizabethan regions encouraged the political discourse. Prose works often explored themes of governance, monarchy, and the responsibilities of the rulers, influencing political thoughts. Love and civil ideals, romantic and chivalric themes are common in Elizabethan prose fiction. These works often idealize love and loyalty, reflecting the influence of medieval romance literature. Notable writers of Elizabethan prose. John Lee, Sir Philip Sidney, and prose fiction. Sir Philip Sidney was a key figure in Elizabethan literature. His prose romance, Arcadia 1590, blended adventure romance and political intrigue, demonstrating how prose could be used for complex storytelling. His work influenced later development in English novel. Thomas Nashe's statistical prose was known for his witty and often biting style. His works that Unfortunate Travel 1594 is an earlier example of cheating fiction featuring a rigorous protagonist navigating a corrupt world. Niche, sharp, energetic style marked a departure from the Orient prose of Lily. Francis Bacon and the development of the essay. Francis Bacon introduced the essay from the English literature was essay 1597. Unlike the elaborate prose of his contemporaries, Bacon writing was concise. His essays covered a range of topics including philosophy, morality, and politics, and had a lasting impact on English prose. The influence of Elizabethan prose on later literature. The innovations of Elizabethan prose writers paved the way for the development of the modern English novel and essay. Their stylistic experiments influenced later writers such as John Milton, Daniel Defoe, and Jonathan Swift. The transition into the Jacobean era saw prose becoming more structured and refined, but the foundation laid during Elizabethan time remained crucial to the evolution of English literature. Conclusion. Elizabethan prose was a diverse, experimental, and intellectually rich. Writers of this period pushed the boundaries of language and form, exploring new ways to engage with readers. That's all for today's journey through the fascinating world of Elizabethan prose. If you enjoyed this literary deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more bookish content, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep reading, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next episode.